Welcome to the Torrent This podcast with Will Wagner of the Smith Street Band. And before we get into things, I'd just like to ask you guys a couple of favours. Since I run this show completely voluntarily, can you please show me some support by liking us on Facebook, facebook.com/torrentthis, following us on Twitter @torrentthis, and subscribing to us on YouTube, Torrent This TV. We'd really appreciate it, guys. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the Torrent This podcast with Will from the Smith Street Band.
Hi, this is Will from the Smith Street Band, and you're listening to Torrent This with Dando.
It's the Torrent This podcast. I am Dando, and today my guest is the frontman of one of the coolest bands to come out of Melbourne in years. They released their EP, Don't Fuck With Our Dreams, last year, and are set to play a Pushover festival on March 10th at the Music Bowl. They are the Smith Street Band, and I'm joined by none other than the man himself, Will Wagner. Will, how are we, sir?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm always good. How's your week been?
Good. Just been writing the next Smith Street Band, record, actually. So excuse my completely jarbled English because I'm half asleep. Been rehearsing every day, which has been really fun.
Yeah. You played a solo show in Geelong at the Barn Club last week with the Bennies, Japan 4. How did it all go?
Yeah, it was heaps of fun. Barn Club's sick, and it was great to get down and play with the Bennies and see the Japan 4 boys again. Yeah,
they're cool guys. Do you come to Geelong much?
I think it was maybe my first or second time doing it solo, and we've probably done Geelong like 3-4 times with the band. But yeah, going to be coming back soon.
I've had like a lot of musos tell me that playing solo shows can be a lot more fun than the full band. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of different both ways. Like solo shows, it's sort of all on your head. So if you fuck up and it's a bad show, then you feel really bad about it. But if it's like a great show, it's sort of you can kind of own it a little bit more or something. And I don't know, I guess coming from playing so many band shows in the last sort of couple of years, and like I started as a solo performer, I feel a bit more comfortable playing solo, and I can sort of ad-lib stuff and be a bit more spontaneous and stuff while I'm playing. Or if someone yells out, "Play this song," I can actually do it instead of being like, "Oh, we don't know that one, we haven't practiced on in the set." So like I can actually be like, "Oh yeah, actually I remember that song, I can play it." And it's just a bit sort of looser and a bit more spontaneous, I guess.
How many covers do you know off the top of your head? If someone yelled out something like, "Play this song, can you do it?" kind of thing.
No, nothing. I don't know any covers. I can play, what did I work out this morning? Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. I can play that song.
Is it amazing?
And I can play that song's fucking awesome. I don't know why, Miley Cyrus is great. But that's another story for another time. I can play that, and I can play Into My Arms, I think. But yeah, people always, as soon as I start playing like any acoustic song or any acoustic set, people just yell Smith Street Band songs until I play them. So I normally like rush through 3 new ones at the very start, and then be like, "All right, what do you want?" People just yell at me until my set's done.
Have you found that like most of the Smith Street like full band fans like your solo stuff as well?
Yeah, I think so. Like obviously, there's a massive correlation between the two, but. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I'd assume so. It's all like they're all just the exact same song, just whether it's a me solo song or a full band song. Like I've only written about 3 songs and just repeated them over and over again. So I guess we'll get into it.
But it's just like because you just said they come to my gigs, my solo shows, and ask for Smith Street, and I'm like, why don't you just let him play his own songs?
Yeah. I think that's that's going to happen.
It's expected, yeah.
People are coming, yeah. I'm not complaining about it at all. The fact that anyone knows the name to any of my songs is sick. Like, I'm just happy about that.
I see you guys also helped our man Trav from Pan Studios find his stolen shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a bit of flack from that. We like put it up, and a bunch of people sort of had a go at us. Like, how could you lose more shit after you had your amp stolen? Or like, is this another publicity stunt? Like, people think I had my amp stolen a while ago, and then got it back through putting it up on Facebook.
I remember that. Yeah.
And for some reason, people think that it was like a publicity stunt or something. So all these people were like, "Oh, here we go, another fucking publicity stunt. Just get your mic stolen." But no one actually read the thing where we were like, our mate Trav from Geelong had his shit stolen out of his van. Like, fucking idiot. But that was fucking amazing that like he got that shit back. That's like, that stuff never happens, Like I've had a couple of guitars stolen that I've never seen again, and every muso's had a practice room or a van or something broken into,
Yeah.
And it very, very rarely comes back. And Trav's a fucking great dude. I love that guy. So I was stoked that he got his shit back in the end.
And he just found it in like a back alley.
I know, how weird is that? I wonder, so they broke into his van and then pulled it out and then dumped, they mustn't have known that it was, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of mics, I guess.
My theory is that they saw, like, everyone fucking promoting about it, and then they'll just, like, shit their pants, and just, let's just fucking dump it somewhere and just say we found it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but that's a very real scenario. I guess for that kind of thing, if you did see the post, and it's like, here's a photo of all the shit that you just stole, and like, it's all specific, and half of it was named, and, you know, that's who you can kind of track down, especially Mike's, because, you know, that is kind of a specific thing to have. I guess, they either freaked out or just looked at it and was like, this isn't an iPod, like, this isn't a box full of meth, like, I've got to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Have you ever, like, accidentally stolen something, like, borrowed it and just never given it back?
Oh, pens and lighters and sunglasses and stuff. I don't think anything real. Off the top of my head, I can't think of it.
You're a good man.
I'm sure I have. Like, I'm sure I fucked up in some way.
It's all in your house now. You just forgot that you borrowed it, yeah.
Yeah.
You're playing Pushover March 10th. It's a pretty cool festival, eh?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like, I mean, fucking great that it's all ages and sort of pretty heavily promoted to under 18s. Like, we don't get to play many all ages shows because of A, like, our lyrical content, and B, like, there's so many fucking ridiculous laws about it, especially in Victoria. Like, it's just, you know, we can play an all ages show where we've got to pay $15,000 and hire 15 security guards. Like, there's always kind of ridiculous shit like that. So yeah, it's great to be able to do an all ages show. And also, like, fucking Sydney Myer Music Bowl is a pretty epic place to play. I'm excited about that.
Do you have to, like, cut back on the language when you sing your songs because it's all ages, or not?
No, like, they booked us. Like, it's their fault. You know what I mean? I was sort of thinking about that. Like, maybe we won't play this song, maybe we'll do that one. But, like, they booked us, and we're going to do what they booked us to do. So hopefully we won't get in too much trouble.
They just have to put up with it, yeah. I'm glad to see that both you guys and the Bennies are playing on the same set. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Benny, best friends.
Yeah. Can we expect that? Can we expect any, like, fresh material on this show, or are you just going for, like, the EP stuff and past stuff?
Yeah, we'll do. I think we'll do one new song. I think that's kind of the plan for. We go straight to Europe after the Australian tour is done. I think we're just going to play, like, a new song, just rotate them through every night, and so there'll be a new song at Pushover, I'd say. Yeah.
Well, Don't Fuck With Our Dreams was written fairly quickly, apparently, and, like, it represents where you guys were as a band at that specific point in time. Do you think you'll take that approach with, like, future EPs and albums and shit?
As much as we can. It's sort of like we've sort of said, you know, let's at least 3 or 4 songs that are really, really new before we go into record. We should learn them. Because so they are still kind of spontaneous and still, you know, quite fresh in my mind and fresh in all of our minds as we've written them. But I guess, when you're doing an album, like, I just sort of want to pick the best 10 songs that we've got, and whether that's a song that's 5 years old and a song that I wrote 5 minutes ago kind of thing, it doesn't really matter. So, I would love to do that. Like, I'd love to be able to just go and knock out, like, we did Don't Fuck With Our Dreams in, like, 3 days live at Sing Sing. And I love just being able to do that. You know, I'd love to keep doing that, you know, between albums and stuff if we can. But, yeah, we're just going to do whatever it sort of works and whatever we feel like we can do to make the best thing, make the best album or EP or whatever. That's what we're really trying to do.
You've said you write a song every day. What's today's song about?
Don't worry about it. I was thinking. Today's song's a bit personal actually. I might not mention that, but most of them are just like, they're all shit. I try and write a song a day just so my mind's constantly working and I'm always sort of in that mindset where I can kind of jump up. You know, if I get a good idea, I've already got riffs and chord progressions, and I might have a chorus melody. I've still got things in my mind, but you know, it's like, you know, I woke up and I did this shit, and then this shit happened, and then I went to bed. Like, none of them are very exciting. So
sounds very
interesting. It sounds a lot more impressive. It sounds a lot more impressive than it is when I say I try and write a song a day. Like, I'm not, in my mind, it's like, that's not it. But yeah, I realize it's like, fucking, if you write a song a day, that's cool, but it's not like that. It's not like that at all. I write a shit song every day.
In your opinion, worst song you've ever written, what was it about?
Worst song I've ever written. That's just a never-ending cycle. That's just whatever song I've recently written. All of my songs are kind of just about wandering around smoking ciggies, so I'm going to say it was probably something along those lines.
Probably, yeah. So, are you still not allowed to talk about the incident that inspired the title of the EP?
I can be sort of vague about it. It's not even like, it's a bit of not allowed to talk about it, and also it's like, I sort of think the people involved would sort of rather it wasn't. You know, it's quite sort of traumatizing, I guess, for Jules to have it sort of dragged up constantly. Like, we're playing a show in Byron, just to give the quick story, and playing in like a storage shed, and the guys just showed up with the aim of just kind of fucking shit up and hurting people, and ended up doing so. And in the altercation, a good friend of ours, Jules, who plays guitar in the Bennies, was sort of pretty seriously hurt. And the guy sort of just cut his head open, and Jules was lying on the ground. He looked at the guy and said, "Don't fuck with our dreams." And that was kind of the positive message that we wanted to sort of drag from that fucking pretty horrible night. That was like, just to sort of believe in what we're doing and always be thinking about sort of our community and our friends and how we can make life better, not only for ourselves but for everyone else. And I know it was just an amazing thing to be in the face of such like brutal fucking violent adversity and to be thinking about everyone, not just thinking about yourself, I guess. So
yeah.
I don't know. That whole sort of EP was trying to, like, after it all went down, it was really horrible. And after it all happened, like, we were, talking like maybe that was the last show we'd ever play, and calling venues and cancelling shows, and then calling venues and saying, no, we'll do it. Like, we were all in a pretty sort of shaken up kind of place.
Yeah.
And sort of getting phone calls back and forth to the hospital and stuff. Like, it was a pretty sort of hard time for all of us. But as soon as we sort of saw Jules after he got out of hospital, he was like, if you guys fucking cancel a show, that's the worst thing that you could possibly do in this situation. And like, I guess it's sort of, instead of us shying away and being like, oh, if this kind of shit can happen at shows, let's not do them. It was sort of like, let's do shows where this kind of shit doesn't happen so people can come and be safe and be happy in a positive environment. And yeah, I don't know. We could have gone one of either way, and I'm pretty glad that we chose the positive route.
And now you're headlining Pushover, so it's all worked out well.
I wouldn't say headlining, but yeah, we're doing Pushover.
You guys are considered one of the headliners. Don't put yourself down.
Really?
I think
That's
so.
awesome.
Yeah, you are. No, you've written on the page as headlined by the Smith Street Band.
Really?
I shit you not, sir.
Great. I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me. I feel great about myself now. That's really exciting.
Well, there's been a lot of hate on like commercial radio stations and even Triple J regarding like not enough support for independent bands. Well, what are your thoughts on like the direction of like the local music industry, in which direction it's heading?
I think the people whinging about not being played on Triple J things it's pretty stupid. Triple J doesn't owe anyone anything. And if your band needs to be played on Triple J to be successful, then like you're not doing something right, I guess. I guess with us, with Triple J, it's like we never expected to be played by anyone, and they've started playing us, which is cool. And if they stop playing us tomorrow, we would just continue doing what we were doing, and that would be fine because we weren't like they don't. I hate it, like the end of Fashion Guy and stuff being like, we released a song and Triple J didn't even play it. It's like like that happens every fucking day. So, like, that's because it's a radio station. Like, turn on Fox FM. You think you're going to be hearing, like, better songs than what you're hearing on fucking Triple J? Like, like, I don't like half the shit that they play on Triple J, but I don't like any of the shit that they play on most of the radio stations. And, like, Triple J is, still playing friends of mine's bands and still doing good stuff. I think, like, I guess, like, with the sort of, with torrenting becoming a thing and music piracy, which I'm, like, pretty for. I mean, obviously, I'd rather people spend money on our albums, but if people download them, I'm pretty fine with that. Like, just fucking come to shows, and that's all we're really doing shit for anyway. But, like, I guess, I don't know, there's sort of no money anymore in music, and there's not much, like, fame or glamour or anything, and I think that's only going to get less and less, and that's just going to mean that people aren't going to be starting bands to make money, and people aren't going to be thinking, like, oh, if I write a #1 single, I'm going to be a billionaire, because there's no money and there's not really that much prestige, which means that it's just going to be people who fucking want to make music because that's all that they really know how to do.
Yes.
So it's sort of like, as much as it is, as much as all that stuff could be seen as a big hindrance, it's the same as the don't fuck with those dreams thing. Like, you could take it all as, oh, woe is us, no one's buying music anymore, blah, 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 or be like, but now people in fucking Afghanistan could hear us if they're into punk rock, and like, there's so many more opportunities to play music and make music, and if you're not going to make money off it, but who cares? Like, you can put out shit every day if you want, and if people hear it, it'll be good, and if people don't hear it, then it just exists and it's fine. Like, I don't know, there's so much more to you're able to do so much more as like a creator of stuff now with the internet that. Yeah, I think we could be coming to a fucking golden age of independent music, okay?
Yeah.
And the radio won't play it, and no one will buy any of the albums, but it'll be the best music that you'll fucking hear in ages.
Yeah, that's it, man. All right, well, is there anything else you would like to say before I let you go to the listeners, sir?
No, I'm all good.
You are all good?
Hey, thanks for popping my podcast cherry.
No, you another one. I've popped a few cherries lately.
I am?
Yeah. All right, well, there you go, guys. Make sure you get to Pushover Festival March 10th at the Sydney Myer Music Bowl. Get a copy of the Smith Street Band's latest EP, Don't Fuck With Their Dreams, and for the latest news and info, you can, of course, like them on Facebook, facebook.com/the Smith Street Band. Once again, Will, it's been a pleasure, mate, and good luck with the festival, man.
Thanks for having me.
No worries, dude. Catch you later.
Cheers. Bye.